they like not with, they didn't speak with sound. They like motioned and all this. They motion and they point and things like that. And this one angel last year like pointed to where my family was and was like, you know, like motioned to me, you need to tell your family what's happening. And then I told my family, they wouldn't listen, and so then now I went and I'm telling you, and I'm telling, you know, the YouTube community. So that's how that happened. But I never ever do something just to cause people to feel fear. I don't like fear, and I would never cause fear in somebody else on purpose. Um so anyway, those of you that have been watching my visions, you know for a fact now that what I'm seeing is true, and what Jesus has been showing me has been coming to pass. And um that last vision that he showed me on October 13th of the early snowstorm, I I uploaded it. I didn't know what it meant. It seemed like maybe a power was out because everybody was out chopping wood, and I was thinking, well, why would you chop wood? Because you need to stay warm. That's the whole point of that. You're chopping wood because you need to make a fire. You need to make a fire because you need to stay warm. So, and then it was all snowy, and he was all bundled up like it was cold. So, and then he drew in the snow a swirly thing that looked like a hurricane, and he drew that on his left side. And then on his right side, he drew a circle with a line through it that looked like the Earth on its axis. And then he also he made, and I'm not quite sure about this part, but he made like a volcano thing in the snow. And I say I'm not sure because there was that volcano thing going on with the Canary Islands, and so I was like, am I imagining that? I wasn't sure. But I'm never sure about these visions, just so you guys know. I'm always like, I don't know. And then they come true, and I'm just as amazed as you are. I am. I'm like, actually, I'm probably more amazed because for you guys, like, I know some people out there are like, no, she's a government person. No, I swear, I am more amazed by this stuff than you guys are, because I know that I'm just like this total normal person who I never wanted any of this stuff to happen to me. And you guys don't really know that, and I do. So that's why it's more amazing to me, because I know that I'm not like trying to do anything. I'm not trying to. Anyway. Okay. This vision that I had last night is different from the others, because when Jesus shows me things, it's he's shown me that there's like this sort of sanctuary that he has for me that's like a safety zone, I guess. And the safety zone it's just me and him that are in there. And except for that one time that other angel came and pointed to the east and pointed to the west. And you guys remember that vision I had, those of you that have been paying attention. I had a vision just a couple weeks ago. Jesus was showing me that he was fighting off, all these people were surrounding him, and he was fighting them off with his sword. And he was keeping them off, but it was like a really long, prolonged fighting. And then this other angel came, and while he was fighting in the background, this other angel pointed to the east and the west, and then kind of made it clash. You can go back and look at my video and see it a couple weeks ago. Anyway, so last night seems like it kind of coincides with that vision, although I really can't say for sure. But anyway, I kind of like, in my mind, I went to Jesus again and wanted to hang out with him and see what he was going to show me, if anything. And, or I was at least kind of looking for him in my mind, like praying, looking for Jesus. And, seeking him, it's like seeking him out is what that is, like when you seeking him. And I was seeking him last night again, like I always do. I always pray every day. And I was seeking for Jesus, but instead of seeing Jesus, there was this other angel, and I didn't want to go with the other angel. I was like, no, I want to talk to Jesus. And but this other angel was like pointing to the western sky, and he was like, I'm not really sure what he was doing. I just know he was pointing at the western sky, and then I think he was doing the clapping motion again, but I'm not sure. And honestly, I really didn't want to listen. So I was trying to ignore him, but so I turned away from him and was trying to seek out Jesus again. And then I started getting pulled up in the direction where he was, up into the western sky, and I was upset about it. I didn't want to go, but I was being pulled up backwards. And then the next thing I knew, I saw this Asian guy with my mind's eye, and he was really upset. And so I followed him, and he was upset about something. He was really upset, and he was like knocking on this door, and this door opened up. He was in a hallway, and then he was knocking on this door, and the door opened up. And he went into this room, and then in this room was like this big open space. And he walked down this flight of stairs, and there was this old Asian man who seemed like he was a priest because he was wearing a robe, and he was praying, and he was standing. Well, the first thing that I saw was this large. This is going to sound weird. There was this large, giant, humanoid robot thing, and it was just standing there. And it was, when I say large, it was like at least a story tall, like maybe 2 stories. Actually, I think it was like maybe close to 2 stories tall, because its head was on the 2nd level, because there was like a balcony going around this thing. And anyway, right next to him was a priest, and the priest was like, he had these cloths, these square cloths, and the square cloths had these symbols written on them. And he would take the square cloths, and he would put the cloths on the podium in front of him, and then he would pray and pray and pray and pray and pray. And then he would take another cloth and put it on the podium and then pray and pray and pray. So I don't know what he was doing, but he seemed like a priest. Okay, and so then the Asian guy that I had been following, he was really upset, and he walked all the way around, and he walked up these steps onto the balcony in front of this big robot thing. And like I said, the robot thing was like shaped like a human, and there was this screen on the wall on that 2nd level, and the Asian guy was like pointing at the screen, and he was like really upset, and he was just talking in this other language, and he was really upset about something, and he was pointing at the screen. And I'm not sure about this, but I think there were like buildings crumbling and collapsing and stuff like that. It seemed like some kind of apocalyptic event or something happening on the screen. He was pointing at it, and he was really upset. And then all of a sudden, the machine robot thing like turned on, and then this beam of light went all the way around. And then the robot was holding this globe. It looked like a hologram. It looked like a hologram of a globe in its right hand. And then this is kind of weird, but I had this thought that the words that came out of the robot were, "I will give you power." I know it sounds weird, you guys. I know it sounds like I'm making this up, but I swear I'm not. And I mean, as you guys know, like a lot of my visions are coming true. So I mean, I don't know. Maybe part of it I imagined, maybe part of it I didn't. I have no idea. But I'm just telling you because it seems really weird. I mean, I don't usually have visions like this. It's weird. Okay, so that kind of freaked me out, and I was freaked out by that. And then the Asian guy like went back downstairs. I guess I missed that part because I was like not wanting to pay attention at that point because I was really freaked out by the thought that I had. And then there was who I thought was a woman standing on the 2nd balcony in another area, and the Asian guy like looked up to the person in a robe who had long hair. I thought it was a woman, but I'm not sure now. And he went over. He said something to that person, and then he went over to this door, and then I realized it was an elevator, and he took the elevator up to the 2nd level. It's kind of weird because he was already on the 2nd level, and then I don't know. Maybe I think it was like a different balcony. And they went over and he took an elevator up to where she was. And also I saw another dude like walk by on the second level as well. So there were other people there. And so he went over to the person in the robe, and they had like long hair. It was another Asian woman, I'm not sure. And he was bowing to the person, and he was telling them something. So then I guess he left, and then I decided to follow that person. I followed that person into this like room, and the person went and sat on this chair and reclined back in the chair. And there was this big globe in the center of the room, and it was kind of a small room, and it was kind of dark. And I was just like watching this person, and then all of a sudden he like got up and he looked right at me, and I was just like, does he see me? Yeah. And then he was like going like this, and he was like, I see it was a guy. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it was a guy or a woman. I'm not sure. They're kind of older, and the person was wearing a robe and had long hair, so I'm really not sure. But he was like going like this, looking at me, and I was standing there like, oops, I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. Is this real? And but I was like, this isn't real. Come on, this isn't real. But I always think that about my visions, like, and then they happen in reality. So I don't know. Anyway, there's a reason why I'm telling you guys this. I mean, I'm not saying it to scare you. I'm not saying it to be entertaining, although I know some of you think that's what it is. It's not. I'm telling you this because there's another guy on YouTube that just uploaded. I wasn't going to tell you guys this vision, but there was another guy on YouTube that's been talking about China invading the U.S., and he's been warning about it for at least a year, and he hasn't uploaded any videos in like months. And just today he uploaded a video about China, warning again that China was planning to invade because we owe them money, and apparently they have land in Idaho or something. I don't know. But when I saw that he uploaded a video, I was like, oh damn, I'm gonna have to upload this vision I had. I really didn't want to tell you guys because I knew that it was just gonna seem like total bull, like I was making it up. But I gotta tell you guys this. I feel like I really should tell you, because I don't know. I really don't. I don't know if it's real or not. I never know if it's real. I don't know any more about this stuff than you guys do, and honestly, I don't even want to. I wish I didn't even have to deal with this stuff. I really don't. I really wish I just had a normal life. But anyway, so this Asian guy's like looking like this, he's looking, trying to see, and then all of a sudden it occurred to me, I'm like, oh my God, is he trying to, like, he's trying to see with his mind's eye, right? Like, I'm thinking, okay, that's what he's doing, but, like, does he see me with his mind's eye? I mean, is that even possible to, like, I mean, I know all the remote viewers say that stuff, and I never believed in remote viewing. I was always like, that is total bull. I never believed in it. Supposedly, like, the military uses this technology and stuff. I always thought, oh, they put a microchip into that person's brain or something. Anyway, whatever. I never believed in that stuff, so that's why I say, I know you guys aren't going to believe this, but anyway. But he's looking at me, and I'm thinking, is this really happening? You know what I mean? Like, because I know for a fact some of my visions have turned out to be reality. Like, some of them I don't even want to tell you because it's like, but some of them for a fact they've turned out to be real. So I mean, you're right along with me. Some of you are like discovering this with me, that there's a reason why I'm telling you guys this stuff. Not because I believe it's real, but because it's like literally some of them are turning into reality.